Hey guys, and welcome back to Gold Rush, where we are mining gold. Surprised? Yeah, you should be. I'm basically just trying to mine out every piece of gold in the immediate vicinity of this excavator. I say the immediate vicinity in this 3/4 rotation that I want to do. I was gonna say that I can do, but no, I want to do this 3/4 rotation and mine up pretty much all the gold. Get all of that processed, and then we shall see how we're doing. But yeah, the main goals that we're going for right now is we are trying to get enough gold to, I think it was 390,000, and I need 600,000 to buy the place, so 390,000 I think was my loan. I had 600 to buy the place, so so I need to just dump that there just now. I need 600,000 to buy the place, so we're going for 300. What did I say? I said I think it was 250 ounces I wanted to get before we head back. So we've got 30 ounces right now. Let's hope that we can get some decent clean outs at least. Hello? Why'd you ping over here? What's wrong with you? Okay, let's bring this back over. Alright. So we were at 30 ounces, let's see how good we do. That's 10, that's 11. 12, 13. Hey, 13.8. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, I'm not going to complain on that one, jeez. A 13.8 13.8 clean out's pretty good. 250 ounces. It's going to take a while, but we'll get there. We'll get there. It's all good. You know, I enjoy seeing like the amount of terraforming that you do and your pursuit for gold, and just the sheer amount of devastation that you wreak upon the landscape. Nuts. It's like when we were doing it with the front loader in the last season, and we were just ripping shreds out the front of the claim, and we dug this massive cut into the side of the claim. That was awesome. Obviously we weren't getting that much gold from it because that's like such a lesser gold area, but it was still fun. It was still a lot of fun. Alright, what I'd also like to do is to make a ramp down so that I can obviously drive my dump truck into the hole. Should make it a bit easier, but that's in the freaking distant future, that one. But yeah, I feel like the earlier we buy this claim, the better. The better it's going to be for all of us. I paid off my loan as well, so we don't have to worry about any loan payments or anything like that, which is good. Alright. So we can sleep whenever we like. And it's only when we It's the only way we can get that 250,000, 250 ounces that we need to, and buy the claim that we need to start worrying about mining our little asses off. Because that's when it's going to start getting brutal. Yeah, it's interesting that it's like we're saving up 250 ounces right now so that we can buy something so that we can mine more to pay off a bloody loan. Ah, isn't that just a life? I spoke about this before, and I feel like that's one of those things when a series gets to the length that this is. I spoke about this before in this series, but I'm going to say it again. It's like watching gold divers, or Bering Sea gold, depending on what country you're in. And it feels like people are always like one step forward, two steps back. You're constantly chasing the next thing that's going to help you make more money, but in doing so you're never getting any money to yourself. I feel like that's most of life, to be fair. Most of entrepreneurial life anyway, is that it's very hard to get to that point where you're happy not reinvesting. And I noticed it quite early on with business that I was in, and then in university and studying like SMEs, which is small and medium enterprises, how many entrepreneurs also get to that same point where they don't take a wage for years, like just like living off of like hardly anything, or like if they're taking a wage, it's like pennies compared to their employees and things like that. And basically because they get like every penny that the company makes, they want to reinvest it so the company can make more money, and then the company makes more money so they want to reinvest the money again so that the company can make more money again. And it gets to the point where it's like, when do you just be like, yeah, the company's making enough money now? And I feel like that's what these games kind of rely on. It's because once you get to the point where you're just stockpiling money in the bank, you're like, okay, I'm stockpiling money in the bank, but why? And then you start getting to these philosophical questions of, why am I stockpiling this money? Life is a current pursuit of how to earn more money so that you can do what? So you can earn more money. Oh, existential crisis inbound. But no, it's crazy. It's, well, when you actually think about life like that, it's I didn't even check to see how much gold we just made there. When you actually think about life like that, it's strange. And that's one thing that I'm actually very impressed with my parents, that they've managed to do, because I don't know if in the same position I'd be able to do that, or maybe I'm young and too ambitious, and that's the problem. Maybe they've because they've got a bit of age, they've got a bit more wisdom in their bones, so that they can examine this thing. My parents are entrepreneurs, to put it lightly. They're property developers, or, well, they're semi-retired now, but obviously they still have the business that brings in monthly income for them, because they basically just rent out some of the properties that they have, and they've got to the point where instead of reinvesting every penny that they get, they enjoy their life. They go on holidays and things, and I'd like to think that when I get to a ripe age, I'll be able to do something similar. But I know that right now it's like every penny that I make, I'm looking to be like, right, okay, I want to reinvest that. How can I do that to make my business better? And with YouTube, the YouTube business, I guess, I'm very, very much like that, and it's like every penny that YouTube makes, I think about, okay, what's the next thing that I want to buy that will make YouTube better? So I'm like, right, I want to do vlogging, and I want to get some vlogging done, so what's the next thing I can do for that? Like, do I need a new lens? Got a new lens. Got a nice like short focal length lens so that I can easier vlog and capture more of my surroundings and stuff like that when I'm doing that. So I got that. It's like, okay, what's the next thing? I want image stabilization stuff. I want a drone for some aerial cinematography. I want this for, and it's like that's the steps that I'm at. It's like with my flat. I currently own my flat, and I'm thinking, right, okay, I could sell that and get a house and have more money for my house, or I could keep a hold of the flat and rent out the flat and buy a house so that I can earn a bit of money, even if it means that my lifestyle has to take a dip so that I can afford to maintain 2 properties and save up enough money. It's blah blah blah. Whereas I feel like if I wasn't focused on this ever elusive pursuit of actually trying to earn money, then I might actually relax and enjoy stuff. Because I literally can't remember the last time I went on holiday. Actually, no, I can. I can tell you. It was 3 years ago. And when I say the last time I went on holiday, this also counts as the last time that I had any time off that wasn't associated with Christmas. And the only reason I had time off this Christmas is because it was Susie's turn to go to her parents for Christmas as opposed to my parents. Because last year for Christmas I went to my parents on Christmas Day and then came home and streamed. So I mean, it was still like work. So yeah, it was 3 years ago for New Year's. I went to Las Vegas and I went for a cruise around the Caribbean, and it was phenomenal. And I wish I could do that again. But like I say, it's money. Like right now I'm like, every penny I get gets reinvested into either the channel or it gets spent on tax. It gets spent on living. So basic like bills or food or replacing clothes that have holes in them. I don't know, and I think that's just my mindset. Is it's like there's very little that turns into luxuries. It's most of it turns into reinvestment and trying to make a brighter future. I mean, and the problem is I'm self-employed, so I've not got an employer to put money into pension schemes or anything like that to kind of help me out when I want to retire, when I want to 54 ounces. When I want to retire, it all comes down to how much have I earned throughout my life, because I never see myself getting a 54 SS? Yeah, I think so. I never see myself getting a regular job again where I have an employer. Which isn't a bad thing if you're someone like me that you've got this entrepreneurial spirit. Is that 50? That couldn't have been 54. Must have been 52, because there's no way I just earned like 7 ounces off of that. Or maybe I did. Yeah, I don't know. Life's funny, innit? It's weird. But yeah, I do find it funny. I do find it hard to relax, and like hard to spend my money on things that aren't necessarily going to be able to bring me a profit. And I think that's a major downfall of my personality, which is kind of a sad thing to say, I suppose. But yeah, I do find it difficult to spend on frivolous things. So it's like, even if I do experiences and stuff, it's like, alright, okay, I can do that and spend that on and record that for a vlog, and people would be interested in seeing that, and then that's something else that I can, it's mental. It's like even things that I buy for my flat, I'm like, okay, well, like little things that I do for the flat, it's like, okay, how will that affect the property price or the rental income, or you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to switch off from that mindset once you've been living in it for so long. and I envy people who, I do envy people who can do 9 to 5 jobs and can stick them out and are happy, like content doing that. I'm not saying that there's no malice in that whatsoever, but I do envy people who are content and working like a regular job, so to speak. Yeah, it's like the ability to, and I miss it. I really do miss it. I miss when I was younger and I did work a 9 to 5, or it was like an 8 till 4 that I used to work, or no, it was 9 to 6 I used to work when I was working for Santander. 9 to 6? No. I was supposed to be 9 to 6, but I done 10 to 7, so I missed rush hour. Or I would do 10 to 6 and have no lunch break. But then they made that illegal, which kind of sucks. It was voluntarily missing of the lunch break, but whatever. I suppose there was a lot of employers kind of forcing people to voluntarily miss their lunch break. But yeah, I remember that feeling of coming home and being like, huh, no work to do. You come home and it's like, okay, this time is mine. This is my time. I can do what I like with this time. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of, it's nice. Nice. Having a weekend and being like, okay, I can do what the fuck I like on the weekend because it's my weekend. No one can stop me. Whereas I barely know when the weekend is, except I know the Sundays that woman gets her freaking grandkid. Yeah, envy people who have 9 to 5 jobs, and it's interesting. People are like, a lot of people always say, oh, you're so lucky, you're a YouTuber, you get to just play video games and you get to work from home. It's like, yeah, you get to work from home, but when home becomes your work, what becomes your home? And especially living in this, living in the flat that I live in, my living room is essentially, most of it is Susie's office. So even then, your chill out place is still like associated with work. So it's like, ugh. There's no chill. There's hardly any chill. We're gonna do this clean up, by the way, and then we're gonna go to bed so that we can get the daylight back. But yeah, I don't know, it's like, life's interesting, you don't think? It's interesting that our escape from reality becomes these games that imitate reality as well. It's like I was talking about, even just to go back to this existentialism, it's like you play games like The Sims, and your entire time is devoted around, or at least until you get to the late game, but then comes the next section. Your entire time is devoted around getting, well, maybe this is just the way I play it, but your entire time playing the game is spent devoted around getting your sim like the best job, and everything that you buy is so that you can get you can increase your state on the career ladder, so that you can, so it's like you buy like an easel for your sim so that your sim can increase their creativity so that you can get that promotion, and then you buy them a better bed, and the reason you buy them a better bed is because it's got better comfort or better energy so that your sim sleeps less so that you can get more done in the day, and it just goes on and on and on. And I think that all comes back to literally what I was saying about myself, and that I'm not one of these people who will spend money based on status, like to get status symbols, because I want everyone to know that I'm awesome and I've got all this. No, I don't care about that. Right, let's pop this in here. I don't know, and I don't think that people should really care about that. I don't think people should care about other people, should care about making other people think that they have money. I think that you should just live your own life and what happens, so to speak. So we've got 61 ounces. Right. Come on. 7 ounces, 8 ounces. Yeah, I didn't think that would be very good. Alright guys, but unfortunately that is all we've got time for in this episode, so I am going to go and nap, and I'll bring you guys back in the next episode in the next day. But for now, and as always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been Steejo, you've been awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.